Okay, this is the tutorial for Tinkercad Godot. First thing you're going to do is you're going to download the zip file. So you go to the Google Drive, and here it is right here. There's birdhouse1.zip. You're going to download that, and it's downloading. Then you're going to go into your downloads folder. I'm going to refresh it, and there it is. Now, one thing that students don't understand is that when you have a zip file, you can go inside it and look around, but you haven't unzipped it. I'm going to go back. The way you unzip it is, well, you select the file. You have to go all the way outside the file. You cannot unzip it from inside the file. And I don't think you can unzip it when it's on the Google Drive. So if you download it to your Google Drive, you might have to copy and paste it onto your downloads folder and then extract it. So anyways, you will double click it and then extract all. Once it's extracted, it then should look like it's not zipped up anymore. So you're going to go in here and you're going to go, but before you go there, you're going to go and copy one of your GLB files. Oh, I'm in the downloads folder, so I'm just going to scroll around until I find a GLB file, and it's probably one of yours. Look, here's a GLB file right there. I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to Control C. I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to go up into my unzipped Birdhouse folder and go into Birdhouse 1, Assets, Models, and I'm going to paste it in there. There's already a GLB file in there, but I'm going to paste this one in there to show you how to do it. Control V. Hey, look, that's how you do it. Copy, paste. Okay, now it's in my Models folder under the Assets, under Birdhouse 1, under Birdhouse 1. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go to Downloads, and there's my Birdhouse 1. Now I need to zip this up so that Godot engine can read it. So I'm going to right click on it, and that will compress to zip. You do something similar in Chromebook land. This is called Birdhouse 1 parentheses 2.zip. That makes no sense. I'm going to rename it something that makes sense. And I'm going to put with caps lock with robot. Now I'm going to know what that is. Always rename the file so that you know what it is. Like 2 months from now, you come back, you can see it or figure it out easily. Context is good. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm going to go back to, I don't need my zip file anymore. I don't need the Tinkercad file anymore, but I do need to go to the Godot web engine. How do you get to the Godot web engine? Well, let me show you. Google search for Godot engine online, Godot online, and it'll take you to the online web editor, which you can access with your Chromebooks. So it's going to ask for a zip. You're going to tell it what zip you just made it. Remember, not less than 3 minutes and 19 seconds ago. You're going to choose the one you just made, which is the Birdhouse with robot, not the other one without, and make sure it's zipped up. And I'm going to say this one. And it's going to say, see, look, there it is, Birdhouse 1 with robot zip. So I'm going to start the editor. It's going to think about it. It's going to unzip. It's going to ask for permission to install something somewhere. You're going to say, sure, yes, okay. Okay. It's thinking. And there it is. So what we're looking at here, this is the Godot editor. This is the stage where all the game things live. This is the light. If you turn the light off, it's dark outside. This is the camera that allows us to see. I can move the camera up, down, left, right, and I can move it up a little higher and a little more backer, and I'm going to tilt it down. You see the preview right there? I'm going to tilt it down a little bit. All right. Okay, so I've got the editor up here at the top. I've got the game, so I can see the simulation of the game. Over here on the left is all of the things in the game. Those are objects and shapes of objects. Down here is the file system. If I ever need to know where things are or import or export things, this tells it where to go. On here's the inspector page. Right now it's inspecting the camera. It shows what the camera's seeing. If I were to like inspect, say, the floor, right here's the floor. I could click on the floor, or I could click on the floor in the game, and it shows all the things involved with the floor. including the mesh, which I see, the collision, which I feel. There's the directional light and all the things that I can do with the light. I can blur the light and that kind of stuff. This is a blocks. This is a general holder for a thing. Um, this particular blocks thing is these blocks here, which you'll see come into play later on. They have their own tab up here. So this is level, which is the game level. This is the tab for the blocks. That's the block. And this is the tab for the birdhouse robot backup. That's the player of the game. So let me start the game. Let me go back to level. Start the game so you can see what that looks like. I'm up here at the top. There's this clapperboard with the play. I push play. There's the blocks. They fall down. This cube right here is the game player. It's up, down, left, right, and it can jump right there. And it can even knock over some of these if you hit it just right. And it can also fall off the edge. So that's the game. And I stopped the gameplay. I'm going to make the changes. Now, what I need to do is I need to import the model texture of the robot that you created. The way where it lives is under assets, under models. You're going to see this a lot. Double click on that. And here's a bunch that I've had it imported from before because I've been doing this all day long. And I don't remember which one I imported, so we'll just do jumping jacks. And I double click on that, and jumping jacks doesn't do anything. It just looks sad. What about this one? Close, export to model 7. That's kind of ugly. Close, export to model 6. Close, boring. Export to model 3. Close, export to model 2. Let's use close. Let's use this one. I think this one was good. Yeah, this one is at least shaped like a humanoid. Okay, so now we've got this creature thing, and I need to take its skin, which is this mesh right here, and the default position is under off, so I need to enable it to save it to a file. So I turn it on to save to the file, save the skin. I'm going to save the skin in a place where I can use it. I'm going to hit the file button to tell it where to save it to. I'm going to call this tutorials skin .res. It has to have a .res file. I've saved it to that folder. Remember where the folder was. It was under assets, models, and that's where you save things. It's a .res. I've already saved it, so I don't need to save it again. Okay, now once I've saved it, I have to re-import it. Why? Why not? I don't know. That is the way. So now I've re-imported it, but my game cube player still looks like a cube. What I have to do is I have to take my, let's see, tutorialskin.res file, which we just made, and I need to apply it to my GameCube. So up here, the birdhouse robot, this tab at the top, this is the GameCube. I'm going to take that and drag it on over to the attributes, but the attributes that I'm going to take it to is I'm going to take it to the mesh. The mesh is what we see, the collision is what we feel. So when I click on the mesh, I see this shape of the mesh right there. Now I'm going to take this over here and drag it on. Look, you can see that's what it looks like. Drag it on, and now it's shaped like the chicken. It's really small, and it's probably doing a face plant, so I need to adjust that. I'm going to hit transform, and I'm going to scale it up by a factor of 5. 5 on that one, 5 on that one, and 5 on that one. Hit enter. Now, there it is, but it's still doing a face plant, so I'm going to raise this up like this so that it's 90 degrees. You can see right here it's not exactly 90 degrees, so I'm going to type in -90, enter, and now it's exactly 90 degrees. There's a problem with the way I did that. I'm going to show you what the problem is. I'm going to hit Control S to save. Now I'm going to go back to level 1. Hit Control S to save. You can see there's the chicken, there's the camera. I'm going to hit play. Actually, I'm going to hit reload because I've already played once. And there's the chicken, and I can move around, but you can see it's got this like unholy floating in air kind of thing going on. And the reason why it does is because The chicken is made up of two parts. I'm going to close this. I can bounce, but I still stay up in the air. And I can fall off the end. Ah! The chicken is made up of two parts. If I go back up here, there is the skin, which we see, and then there's the collision, which we feel. The collision is still left over in the shape of the cube, which it was before. I need to change that to match it as well. So I'm going to click on the collision. I'm going to rotate around, and I'm going to scale it down. Collision shape, transform, scale, 0.5, enter, do that, change, enter. It did not change this. Oh, there we go. I can click and drag by these points. Make sure these points are not lined up exactly. And I can make it fit kind of the shape of the bird. Here's the floor. I'm going to bring the floor up to the feet, and you guys remember what it's like to move the models. All right, make sure the bounding box is just like the shape. The arms are going to stick out. That means they can go through the walls. All right, oh, it's a little tall. And that's close enough for government work, as they say. Let's see. Yeah, good enough for the head. Okay, that's the bounding box. I'm going to hit Control S to save the changes. Go back to level 1. Hit Control S to save the changes. Then run the game. And there's my chicken. Now my chicken's on the floor. And I hit space to jump. Okay, and that's it. So I'm going to close out the game. So in order to get credit for this assignment, just take a screen grab of your robot inside the game engine and submit that, and you'll get credit. 12 minutes and 43 seconds. This is the longest tutorial yet. Good luck with that. Okay, bye.